In today's news, the Premier is hopeful that the UK's decision is within days. The Permanent Secretary and International Affairs Director are on leave pending investigations. MCMASTER finishes fourth and ADAEJAH breaks a record. Delta says their plea was ignored by the BVIEC. And Richards discusses St. Kitts and Nevis politics with 284. All these and more when 284 returns.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Welcome, viewers. I'm Nia Douglas, coming to you live from the beautiful British Virgin Islands. It's Monday, May 16th, and I'd like to thank you for tuning in to 284 News tonight. Starting off today's news, Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley says he remains hopeful that a decision from the United Kingdom government will be forthcoming within the coming days relating to his government's proposal to tackle the Commission of Inquiry, COI, recommendations under democratic governance. Premier Wheatley made this disclosure during Friday's press conference while responding to questions posed by 284 News.
I'm hopeful that we would receive a decision within a few days. I'm hopeful. They've received our proposal. They've said to us they've received it. They actually asked a few questions about the proposal. So we know that they're currently considering it, and we're hopeful that they'll come forward with a positive response to us very soon.
And with this decision, will this incorporate whether they would move ahead with a direct rule or whether we will continue with a democratic governance system?
Yes, we've made a proposal for us to be able to implement the reforms ourselves outside of the suspension of the Constitution, and we are hopeful that they accept that. So I'm pretty sure that they'll respond directly to our proposal as to whether they accept it or not accept it.
Dr. Wheatley, who is now also the Minister of Finance, assured residents that the plan will be made publicly available in due course.
Yes, we do intend to publish it. As I said, we hope to hear that our proposal was accepted, and certainly we're going to come to the people of the Virgin Islands and let them know specifically what we're doing to promote good governance. As I said before, we've basically committed to the reforms in the COI report. So if persons look at that COI report, they'll see everything that we're committing to. That's a public document. I encourage persons to read the document. There's a summary of the recommendations. It's a big document, but going through the summary of the recommendations is not difficult at all. As it pertains to exactly how those will be implemented, I'm sure we will have a dialogue between the governor, the United Kingdom government, and ourselves, the Foreign and Commonwealth and Development Office, and our local government here, and with the people of the Virgin Islands in terms of how these things are being implemented.
On Wednesday, May 11th, Premier Wheatley revealed that his National Unity Government submitted a proposal to the United Kingdom government detailing their agenda to implement the recommendations from the Commission of Inquiry report under democratic governance. He said the proposal was submitted to the United Kingdom's Minister for Overseas Territories, the Right Honourable Amanda Milling. In other news, it was announced on Friday, May 13th, during a press conference held by Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley, that the Permanent Secretary in the Premier's office, Carolyn O'Neill Morton, has been sent on leave while investigations are ongoing by the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force.
Currently, The permanent secretary is on leave while those investigations
Who sent?
take
Was
place.
she sent on leave?
You'd have to direct that to the deputy governor.
So you're not in a position to answer that as premier.
Well, it's not my area of responsibility. That's under the deputy governor, and I'd prefer for him to answer.
And no information was given to you. You being the premier and
The
she's
dep-
in the premier's office.
the deputy-
No
the dep-
information was sent to you.
The deputy governor told me that she would be on leave while those investigations are taking place.
Additionally, when asked about the position of the rogue officer identified as director of the International Affairs Secretariat, Najan Christopher, who wrote and released a letter from the Premier's office without authorization, to which Premier Wheatley later denounced, Premier Wheatley said once again that the Deputy Governor would be the best person to give an update on that, but as I have been told, the officer has been on leave from the Premier's office while the investigation ensues. His Excellency Governor John Rankin recently announced that he had instructed the Commissioner of Police, Mark Collins, to assume numerous criminal investigations into various government departments and entities, as recommended through the Commission of Inquiry report. More to come as the story develops. Up next, McMaster finishes fourth and ADAEJAH breaks a record. This story and more when we return.
The beautiful Virgin Islands, or nature's little secret as some prefer, where the weather stays warm and the drinks stay cold, where men in wigs get their lawyer bills paid by governments and governments lose planes, where walls are built and prisoners escape. You vacation where we suffer. BVI love.
You value traditions. Today, you value music. You value education. Family. I love you. Service.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Love. Life. At Popular, we're committed to you and everything our community values. For the things you value the most, count on us. Popular.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back, viewers. Top local hurdler Kyron McMaster just missed out on a podium finish after placing fourth in the 400-meter hurdles at the 2022 Doha Diamond League on Friday. Running out of lane number 3, McMaster finished fourth with a season's best time of 49.93 seconds, trailing Thomas Barr of Ireland, who placed third in a time of 49.67 seconds. That race was won by world number 2 ranked Brazilian Alison dos Santos, who ran a world lead and meet record time, of 47.24 seconds. Benjamin Ray of the United States finished second. Meanwhile, at the high school level, track and field sensation ADAEJAH broke a 23-year-old long jump record after leaping 6.2 meters at the Georgia High School Association Class 6A Girls Championships for her high school, Alexander. In other news, Delta Petroleum Limited has revealed that their attempt to convince the BVIEC to resort to a cleaner option of fuel resulted in the termination of their contract after failing to provide the number 2 diesel fuel as contractually obligated. This is according to a press release from the Delta Petroleum Group Chief Executive Officer, Carlos Robles, who said that the company was totally surprised and disappointed by the BVI Electricity Corporation, BVIEC's recent statement. Our Kamal Haynes has this story.
The Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Carlos Robles, said the press release was aimed at setting, and I quote, the record straight regarding the supply of number 2 diesel fuel to BVIEC, end quote. Robles said the war between Russia and Ukraine significantly impacted the availability of number 2 diesel fuel, and upon noticing the imminent issue, their company reached out to request a meeting with BVIEC's management. He said after weeks of requesting that meeting, one was finally had. He said, and I quote, on April 8th, 2022, Delta requested a meeting with BVIEC management to identify alternative fuel solutions. Delta was acutely aware of the far-reaching implications for BVIEC and the BVI's people, businesses, and economy. We did manage to meet with the chair of BVIEC on April 13th. However, despite numerous requests, written and oral, BVIEC management was unwilling to meet and discuss the situation and risk that it posed. He added, and I quote, Delta and BVIEC management finally met on May 5th, 2022, 1 month after Delta had formally raised the risk and its concerns, end quote. The CEO did not reveal the overall consensus of the meeting, but said just days after, Delta delivered ultra-low sulfur diesel to the company instead of the number 2 diesel fuel. He said, and I quote, Delta was determined that BVIEC's fuel supply should be maintained. An extraordinary supply of 100,000 gallons of ultra-low sulfur diesel was indeed delivered on Monday, May 9th, 2022, end quote. The CEO said that less than 24 hours later, the BVIEC terminated their contract on May 10th, 2022. The CEO Robles also disclosed that during the company's contract negotiations last year, they implored the BVIEC to consider using the ultra-low sulfur diesel as a backup plan in light of the number 2 diesel demand being less than 5% in the region. He said the ultra-low sulfur diesel is the more environmentally friendly option, and he sought to explain why the demand for number 2 diesel was dwindling in the Caribbean. He said, and I quote, but Delta's position was based on number 2 diesel fuel supply concerns and the fact that the number 2 diesel fuel is environmentally unfriendly, that is, dirtier than other suitable and readily available fuels, which is surprising given BVIEC's well-publicized green initiatives. He continued, specifically on October 26, 2021, Delta warned BVIEC management and board in a formal presentation that the ultra-low sulfur diesel should be included in its supply agreement to mitigate the identified risks to number 2 diesel fuel supply. The ultra-low sulfur diesel is in plentiful supply and is a more environmentally friendly product, causing less pollution or environmental impact, end quote. Robles said the BVIEC chose to ignore Delta's professional advice. Well, just last Tuesday, the BVIEC issued a press statement rubbishing claims that they have been deliberately concealing information relating to its fuel supply agreement with Delta Petroleum. The BVIEC disclosed that there was a communication breakdown by Delta after they failed to fulfill their contractual obligations. Well, since then, the Electricity Corporation has since said that they have already commenced the process to secure a new source for fuel, therefore replacing Delta Petroleum, which was initially contracted until 2026. Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes.
Up next, Ron Grant has an exclusive interview with the former Deputy Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis. Stay tuned.
Hello?
Wait, you had a lunch and care? You say you were sick? What happened to our wedding rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
All right, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll see you later.
Bye.
Okay, honey. I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service, and a breathtaking ambiance. Not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and signature cocktails. Cozy, comfortable, contemporary. Coconut Lounge at Tortola Pier Park. Visit us today. Brilliant Hands and Minds tutoring services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.
The wait is over! CCT Fire is here! Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire, bring it home and upgrade today.
Thanks for sticking with us. After the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris, fired some 6 ministers, 284 News' very own Ron Grant was able to get an exclusive interview with former Deputy Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Sean K. Richards, to explain this shocking decision. Take a look.
As mentioned on Tuesday, the Prime Minister of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis fired some 6 members, including yourself. You were a part of the coalition government, the unity government that really led the territory, the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis for the past few years. Mr. Richards, I want to put it into perspective. As a sitting member, former sitting member of that coalition unity government, what has happened that would have led us to this point?
In 2012, we had the formation of the Team Unity Coalition. The coalition consisted of 3 political parties, the People's Action Movement, of which I am the leader, the Concerned Citizens Movement, which was led then by the late Ambassador Vance Amry. That party is now led by the Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Mark Brantley, and of course the People's Labour Party, which is led by Dr. Harris. When we decided to form Team Unity, we had a number of agreements, not just amongst the 3 political parties, but agreements that we also made to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. We actually signed what was referred to as the Charlestown Accord. In 2015, the people gave Team Unity a mandate to govern the affairs of St. Kitts and Nevis, and of course, to keep the promises that we made to each other and also to the people. We recognize that during the term from 2015 to 2020, that Prime Minister Harris had been doing a number of things which we were not in favor of. For example, one of the key tenets of the Charlestown Accord referred to the sharing of revenue between St. Kitts and Nevis. Dr. Harris has never kept that promise. The Premier of Nevis has been asking for Nevis to receive its fair share. To date, Nevis is yet to receive its fair share. Additionally, the Accord spoke to ensuring that all citizens receive their fair share of the resources. We have, however, recognized that Dr. Harris has been on a path of ensuring that his supporters and his constituents, more so than anyone else, receive government resources in an excess as compared to others. We spoke about the good governance agenda. Some of the things included in the good governance agenda include integrity in public life and ensuring that that piece of legislation is actually working, giving it effect because the legislation is actually already in place. We spoke about freedom of information. We spoke about electoral reform, boundary changes. We're still yet to see those being implemented. We have had an agreement amongst the three political parties in terms of the constituencies in which each political party is expected to run candidates during an election. What Dr. Harris has set about doing is to establish PLP in all of the constituencies in St. Kitts in an effort to undermine the People's Action Movement and to run candidates in all of the constituencies.
Now, viewers, if you're interested, you can watch the full interview and hear the rest of Richard's explanation at the 284 Media Facebook page. In other news, the full-depth road reconstruction of Fish Bay Road is scheduled to commence today, Monday, May 16th, and subsequently, some traffic disruption is expected. Excavation works for the first 130 meters, or 426.4 feet, of the Fish Bay Road Rehabilitation Project will start at the Seoul entrance heading in an eastward direction. A total of 480 meters of road will be rehabilitated for this project. Project manager with the Virgin Islands Recovery and Development Agency, Sergio Dantas, said the full-depth road rehabilitation will demolish and remove the existing road pavement and replace it with a reinforced concrete pavement overlaid with asphaltic concrete. The traffic design for this pavement is based on a design year of 30 years. Pipeline upgrades on behalf of the Water and Sewage Department has been included in the scope of this project. Motorists heading towards and from the East End area are expected to be impacted by the demolition works during their commute. On Friday, the 20th of May, from 7 a.m. until Monday, the 23rd of May, at 7:30 a.m., a portion of Blackburn Highway in the vicinity of the entrance to Seoul headquarters will be temporarily closed to facilitate the demolition, preparation, and casting of concrete to the road surface. East and westbound traffic will be rerouted through the Skeleton Bay Lot area as required. Motorists are encouraged to follow the safety signs and traffic personnel on the site. The RDA says the Fish Bay Road Rehabilitation Project is expected to mitigate against flooding in the area, provide a better drainage and a better road surface. This project is now scheduled to be completed in the third quarter of 2022 and is being executed by the RDA on behalf of the Ministry of Communications and Works. The full-depth road reconstruction follows months of active works to reconstruct and install full drainage works on both sides of the road, which are now 75% complete. New box drains, curb and slipper drains, in addition to sidewalks, were installed as a part of the drainage and roadworks components of this project. A large culvert, which has 10 times the capacity of the original culvert, coupled with the enhanced drainage network and the full-depth road reconstruction, is anticipated to deal with increased water that may enter the area over the next 30 years. This will reduce the incidence of severe flooding and preserve the new road surface. Well, that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com. And like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Mia Douglas. I'll see you again as we deliver your daily dose of local, regional, and international content. 284 News, your source for honest and impartial news, right here on 284 Media. Happy Monday, everybody. Have a great evening.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
A show poised to help guide.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes,
Good
Sonny.
morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works. Brilliant Hands and Minds Tutoring Services. One-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.
Yo, everything good there? Aye. This thing got me one way, daddy.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you, know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I hustle. I watching ball. I even watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
The wait is over. CCT Fire is here. Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire. Bring it home and upgrade today.
Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?